dunkability or...
Okay, so here's the deal. Wait one sec, let me. Hello. Okay. Okay, hi guys. So here's the deal. My Sims isn't working because I have Alienware, and at this point, Alienware has been bought by Dell, and all the updates are like clashing. So, like, it's very hard to get my Sims to run properly on my laptop. So, I just thought I would do a reaction video instead. And there's that. Okay, there. And I just thought I would do a reaction video to this. I was pointing at that. To this. And why this specifically is because, okay, so I'm from Massachusetts, right? But I came to North Carolina when I was younger. But in Massachusetts, we love donuts. We love Dunkin'. There is a Dunkin' around every corner, right? So I watched this video and I got a tad oof, right? Because, like, they're biased. They're biased, okay? They're biased. They don't know what a good donut is. They don't know. A good donut, there's layers to what makes a good donut, you know? My nickname is Donut, okay? So I know a good donut. Okay, so a good donut should be like cakey. It should be moist. It should be like, I don't know why I'm thinking gentle, delicate, um, lightly iced. Like, I keep thinking kind. Like, a good donut should make you think of like your favorite person. There was like this gourmet donut shop in the town I live near. It was called Glazed. And oh, they had some bomb donuts. They had this one called the Bronut, and basically it was like a frat boy donut, and it had like bacon on it and all this other stuff. And that's a good donut. A good donut should fill you up. And the thing about Krispy Kreme donuts is you could eat a dozen of those and not know you ate donuts. But you could eat a dozen of Dunkin' Donuts and know you ate a dozen of donuts. That's the thing. Donuts should fill you. So, that's my opinion on donuts from a place like New England knows donuts, okay? So, yeah. And that's not even being biased. Like, in North Carolina, I just noticed that donuts weren't as popular when I moved here. And it was like, because there weren't as many, like, strictly donut shops. Like I used to go to places and they would just only sell donuts. There aren't really places here that are like fancy donut shops. So let's just watch
crispy
this.
creaminess.
Let's talk about that. Good Mythical Summer.
And it is, in fact, our final week of Good Mythical Summer 2021.
Next week, we're gonna take a quick 1-week break to compose ourselves, all right? And then we're gonna be back on September 13th in the year 2021 with season 20. But we couldn't just do with any old premiere week for the big 2-0. Tell him, Rhett.
We hereby proclaim the GMM Season 20 premiere week as the week of Megacality!
Okay, I don't know.
That's right, every day.
Oops, what did I do?
Time to scout.
Do you guys want play Genshin Impact? I play Genshin Impact. That was
Talk about
another
a
idea
show.
I had. I was also thinking about playing Genshin Impact.
Has been a feature,
for you
one of our
guys,
biggest.
But I'm really bad at playing Genshin Impact, and like Genshin Impact is such a straightforward game. It's like, how could you be bad at it? I'm bad at it.
Mythicality, including music, special guests, classic. Okay. It's 2019, so congrats, Dunkin' Donuts, on officially dropping donuts from your name.
Also, okay, what is it with this whole like brands talking like they're people on social media.
Good move. Our hot light will be on in your honor today. And
Ooh.
also because we're making hot, fresh donuts, like always, hashtag hot light is on.
Okay.
Donut emoji.
To which Duncan replied, "Thanks, K Squared. Donuts make everything better, especially with our new energy cold brew. Sorry you're having a crispy Monday." So he's trying to market to the competition.
Yeah, I got 95 likes, hey. And K Squared did not back down because they said, "You're welcome, minus D." Oh, get it, minus D, because the
they
K
minus
Squared,
the
because they took the
donuts.
donuts.
Okay.
By the way, it's donuts. Winky emoji. Don't you agree? Merriam-Webster, they brought the dictionary into this?
They tried to, but Merriam-Webster was afraid to weigh in, but we ain't. It's time for Food Feuds, Duncan versus Krispy Kreme. We're gonna taste and compare the most iconic donut menu items from each donut shop's menu and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. The restaurant with most points is gonna be named the Donut Don and will win a chance to sponsor a future GMM episode.
The donut Dom. Haha.
All right, deliver the donuts. Okay, Dirk and Patty here. I know that they're probably both working for Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme at this point, right?
Hey guys.
Okay.
Hey, it's me, Duncan Dirk Nuts.
Seem a little preoccupied.
It's me, Krispy Kreme Patty. Yeah.
They're like on the phone.
Sorry, we're just
I
see that.
don't.
we're a bit distracted right
like
now. Like
this
we're
bit.
trying to find a venue for the wedding and like our sprinkles for 139.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying to erase which places from where, just for a second, just
Okay,
because I don't want
and
to be
then
thinking
I
about
want
it.
Well,
you
this-
to look at these. Ooh.
This one's Duncan.
Don't say that!
Well, let's just taste
Which
this.
one tastes better? Isn't that why we're here? The
One
sprinkles are different. That's
Let's
got
rewind it.
which places from where.
Okay, so look at those two donuts. The Krispy Kreme donut, it looks like dead, you know? It looks paler. But like, look at how lively the Dunkin' donut looks, you know? It looks beautiful. It looks colorful, you know? Like, if those two donuts were placed in front of you and you didn't even know where they were from, you would go for the Dunkin' donut because it looks more colorful, you know? And the Krispy Kreme donut, it just looks a little pasty. That's just my opinion. I keep saying you. I should say I. You know, my therapist is like, say I. And I'm like,
Just for a second, just because I don't want to be thinking about
Well,
that.
this one's Duncan.
Don't say that!
Well, let's just taste
Which
this.
one tastes better? Isn't that why we're here? The sprinkles are different. That's got more.
I always associate Duncan with a cakier experience.
Don't associate
That's
anything with my
how a
mind right now.
donut
Keep that
should
to yourself.
What do you want to wear a
be like the
blindfold
texture
or
of a
not
donut.
use English?
No. I mean, that's not bad. Sprinkles are
Yeah, it's not bad.
just for show.
That's true. A lot more glaze underneath here. There's absolutely no glaze on the Duncan. Or whatever that may be.
This is a significantly better donut.
It's coated in glaze.
I also think if this would have been a more fair thing, if they didn't tell him where they were from. Like, if they just brought them in and were like, oh, no, you don't know what these donuts are.
The chocolate tastes better. It's got more sprinkles. And I just think that the way
Sorry, I
the
have
donut
indigestion.
gave in my mouth was what I want from a donut.
It gaveth and you taketh. All right, I'm going to give
6.
the Duncan a 5. And I'm going to give this
8.
Krispy Kreme a 7.
Oh, God, did you see? Okay, now we're gonna just look
The
at
Duncan a
the
5.
jelly versus.
And I'm going to give this
8.
Krispy Kreme a 7.
Okay, so what I would like to say about the Krispy Kreme donuts, they're all like caked in glaze, and that's because that's like literally all Krispy Kreme does good. Like, I love Krispy Kreme's glaze. I'll give that to them on any day. But look at how Dunkin's is covered in sugar, you know? Because they have other flavors, you know, that they do well, you know? And so it's like better there. And then also, so a thing about a donut, they both have good donuts, but a thing about a donut is you can tell a good donut by you see that line right there? That's a well-cooked donut. Forgot what that's called, but and then the top, oh, that's perfect. And why are Krispy Kreme's donuts so freakishly round? That's just my thought.
Bring them in.
What is this?
Yeah, I just don't understand how you don't allow fire
It's
at a
tough.
cemetery.
It's tough.
Yeah. Planning a wedding. And
It's-
the fact that they're
it's
both on
tough
the phone, with
finding
different
a
people,
venue.
that's gonna get confusing.
So what is this,
you guys.
Stevie?
So on Rhett's side is Dunkin's glazed jelly donut for $1.39, and on Link's side is Krispy Kreme's glazed raspberry filled for $1.99.
Again, something else to influence our decision. Dunkin's jelly contains an apple and raspberry flavored jelly, but no berries are used to make the filling. So
Okay.
I don't know what they're.
Well, that's because just where I'm from, if you have I think Krispy Kreme's has like seeds in it, which then that ends up becoming a jam to us. And so then that would be jam. But if it doesn't have it, then that's a jelly. So to be a proper jelly donut, it can't have seeds. So that more is a proper jelly donut. But I don't remember, because if it has seeds in it, I think if Krispy Kreme's has seeds in it, then that's a jam donut to us. So
making it out of.
Then the Krispy Kreme filling?
It has made with real raspberries and filled by hand. So somebody stuffs their actual hand
Oh, see if you can taste the
into
hand.
that donut.
Or at
There
least
might
the
be a
finger.
fingernail in there.
I recommend biting the berry
hole.
hole,
Yeah.
so you know you get berry in the first bite.
If I were to eat this like an early morning and like somebody's brought donuts,
I'd be happy. A lot of granular sugar on top of this thing.
this is a work of art.
This is a shell.
It looks like a beetle. It's so
yeah.
smooth.
Put some legs on it. Smooth.
why would you want your food?
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
The raspberry is a lot thicker and less jelly-like and more just like
I
a rich goo.
See, thicker and jelly-like, that makes it less jelly-like, that makes it a jam.
Sorry, I have to go ahead and, we don't normally do this, but this is a perfect 10. This is a perfect donut. Everything about this is what I want in a donut. That is a 10. This is like one of those Olympic dives that it never happens, but this is a 10.
I know how you get worked up about the dives. I do agree, though. I got to give it a 9,
Okay.
at least.
That's
So if we go
acceptable.
back to the Dunkin', I mean, I'm glad we tasted it first, because otherwise I would just be crapping all over this thing. I'm going to give it a 6.
It's not a bad donut.
Yeah.
It's just not perfect. I agree, 6.
Dunkin's jelly was my favorite as a kid. So these, right here, as you can see, again, the Krispy Kreme's donut is like just encased in glaze. And then right here, beautiful, lovely donut, light on the glaze. They let the flavor of their donuts speak for themselves. I'm not biased. I have had both, and I really do like both. I keep saying I'm not biased, and then I'm being biased, but no, I actually don't like chocolate glazed donuts in general. My brother, he likes chocolate glazed donuts. And sorry. My brother, he likes chocolate glazed donuts, and I think he likes both of them. But yeah. I will have to say, in con to the Dunkin' glazed donut, you can't really get much of the glaze.
Quick reminder, check out the Mythical Kitchen channel. The Mythical Kitcheneers are always cooking up something chaotic over there. A lot of fun. Check out the channel. You won't regret it. If you do, don't tell me. Or
Yeah.
then, just stop watching.
Yeah, just tell
But that won't happen.
Tell somebody in real life.
Let's eat something. Whatever you got, bring it in.
Yes, we're fine with the crucifix, but could you turn it upside down?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
gosh.
Okay. Wow, this
Yeah,
is
Hello?
that is
very
asking
Hello?
a lot.
They got hung up on by the church.
Okay. Jeez.
Okay.
Oh,
on
yes.
Rhett's side is Dunkin's glazed chocolate cake donut for $1.39, and on Link's side is Krispy Kreme's glazed chocolate cake donut for $1.99.
Look at how much more glaze. Krispy Kreme is just
Also,
throwing,
Dunkin', I
just
think,
slanging
is
the
cheaper.
glaze.
I mean, some
For,
people
like,
might say
the
too much
same or
glaze.
better
you might
Too
think
much
there's
glaze
no
too
glaze
often.
on this, but and this is like, once I've had a few donuts,
And more variety.
I start looking for this one because this is like
It's
my
a palate
third,
cleanser?
This is my third favorite.
Also,
Well,
why
yeah,
is
it's my
that?
palate
Fun
cleanser.
fact about
How
that glazed
can,
donut on the Krispy Kreme.
chocolate be a
Krispy Kreme's
palate
glazed donuts are
cleanser, my
bathed
guy?
in a waterfall of glaze that is exactly
I would have to
120
say that
degrees
the
Fahrenheit.
chocolate
But to be
glaze
fair,
at
the
Dunkin',
interior
ooh, I'm talking of, I'd have to say the chocolate glaze at Dunkin' is their cakiest donut. I've had cakier donuts. Dunkin' is not the cakiest donut place, and I actually think they're the least cakiest donut I would have like that you can get in New England, and that's why I don't think they're like the best quality donuts. Um, and I even think Krispy Kreme is lower on that quality donut scale. If you're ever in New England, Atkins Donuts has their great donuts, Glazed Donuts, great donuts. I think I forgot, is it Mr. Donut has great donuts. Those are all really great quality cakey donuts, especially Atkins. Their donuts are like that big. Really good chocolate cream filled donut. It's majority chocolate cream. Uh, Great cakiness, good crust around the sides of the donut, nice moisture level. Yeah, that's why I say Dunkin' isn't like the best donut, and neither is Krispy Kreme. And that's why I'm like, these guys know nothing about donuts.
interior of the cab of the truck that Dunkin' Donuts
But I do enjoy watching them. Just not watching them judge donuts.
uses is also 120 degrees. So now we didn't use powdered donuts in any round. You powdered donut people are going to be upset, but it's because Krispy Kreme, at least the two nearest ones to us, don't sell it. They do sell it at some locations, but we couldn't get hold of one.
This is one of your favorites too, if I recall correctly.
And I had
That's good.
a love affair
It's thick. This is
with this donut in the
So-
summer of 1999 in Queens,
Yes.
New York. Dunkin' Donuts every morning.
being
I didn't know. Oh my god. My brother was born in 1999. I was born in, secret. I was born in
North
2000.
Carolinians, where the birthplace of the Krispy Kreme, I would say I'm biased in that direction.
But when we were in North Carolina, Krispy Kreme only had one kind of donut.
There you go.
Do you remember that when we were in college? They sold one kind of donut.
I don't believe that.
Well, it's a fact, Jack.
North Cac, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw.
This is interesting. A lot more glaze. I find that I'm underwhelmed by the chocolate donut itself.
The
when
tables might
compared-
be turning because all I taste is glaze.
Yeah.
Not to
And-
bring up this word, but like, can you talk about the moisture? Because I can't tell from here.
This donut is so moist. Moist.
It's moister than this one, which is not as moist.
Sometimes I
Okay, I have seen this video before. That's what gave me the idea that, like, not react to it, but comment.
want a cakey donut.
Even though there's
and that's
a
what I'm
shell of
getting with
icing,
this.
the moisture has gotten out.
Can
I'm
I
giving this-
also ask you about the
Yes.
density? I'm curious. My mouth would like to know.
The Dunkin' is
Denser,
a
moister.
third more dense than the Krispy Kreme, and it is so milk dippable. I'm giving this, for what it is, an 8.
That deserves a straight 10, my guy. You're just so biased. Because, okay, Krispy Kreme's glaze is a hard 10. Dunkin's chocolate glaze, hard 10. Their jelly, it was my favorite as a kid, but you get older, your palate's refined, you realize you only like the sugar coating, and it's like a good 7. Okay, I'm realizing I've had the donuts both places, all the donuts at both places, and I'm starting to feel a little chubby. Um, so, but yeah, Krispy Kreme's jelly. I think the glaze overwhelms everything in it, and most of the time when I have it, the bread part is dry, and I'm again a cakey donut girl. So when the bread itself in the donut is dry, I like, so it gets a 5 for me, and it's just like, but again, they're hot and ready glazed, muy perfecto.
I almost want to call this the perfect donut, but I'm not going to do that because it's already declared that. This is a 9. That's a very good donut.
I'm gonna give this a 4. I'm disappointed.
My expectations were so high for this, I think I'm going all the way down to 3.
Ooh,
Can I do that?
it's done.
We're on donuts, but they rated I'm only talking about donuts, but they rated the Dunkin' coffee very high and the Krispy Kreme coffee very low. But Dunkin's coffee is pretty good for what it is. If you want something good, have a culotta. It's like a slushie there. Have a culotta and I don't think it's caffeinated, and you can have a coffee culotta, which is the same as a frappuccino. And this is them doing Boston cream, and
I'm
I
going
don't
with,
think
wow.
they rate
Yeah, no, we
the
don't want a
Boston
sermon.
creams
We just
of
I'm going
Dunkin'
with, wow, that's
higher,
harsh.
but the thing is they can't because Dunkin' is very popular in New England, so their Boston cream better be on point. Boston here. My nana's from Boston. Um, yeah, their Boston cream is like, I like their Boston cream. I like Boston cream like the dessert itself better than I like a donut. Um, the donuts I always find to just be like the discounted desserts versions. They're really good if you're thinking of like a Boston cream pie, but you can't like get your hands on a Boston cream pie itself, which is so hard in the South because you could like go to say Big Y and just find a made Boston cream pie and just be like satisfy your Boston cream pie like craving, but here you can't really. So like if I have Boston cream pie craving, you can get the Boston cream pie donut, and it kind of hits it, but not as good as a Boston cream pie.
You know what?
I'm going with a 2.
0.
Actually, that's how we feel
Wow,
about the coffee.
that is coffee. That is just, you might as well just be punching yourself in the face, I guess.
I just wouldn't order it.
Okay, don't order it.
Okay, I don't think, like, I like it when my glaze looks like that, but I've had the Krispy Kreme Boston cream pie donut, and they talk about the custard inside, and it tastes less like it tastes kind of, whenever I think something tastes kind of like a little too manufactured-y, I say poisony. That it has a very chemically taste. My brother has a good way of describing it, but it just tastes like not, when you want your custard inside of your donut, a Boston cream pie donut, it should taste like warmer flavored, even if it's cold. It should have a warm flavor, you know what I mean? And the one at Krispy Kreme's has a cold metallic aftertaste, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, we don't want a sermon. We just want the preacher to read all the negative comments from the Patty and Dirk Reddit thread.
They're not.
They're
I
really
mean, they
mean
are
ones.
delivering the
Yeah,
stuff.
but
They're just not saying
are
anything.
they both talking to the
I know what
same
this-
church? Because that's going to get confusing.
On red side is Dunkin'.
Anyway, but you see how shiny that glaze is? I like a shiny Boston cream glaze.
Boston cream donut for $1.39, and on
Yes.
Link's side is Krispy Kreme's chocolate iced custard
I don't
filled
know
donut
why
for
the glaze there
$1.99.
is
I'm not falling for it.
Matt?
It's still a Boston cream. It's custard.
So this donut is significantly flatter. It's not as pretty. Again, that's not what we're judging. But when somebody makes a piece of art like that, it is tough to ignore.
My go-to at Dunkin' is this one. I just think that they nail it.
Okay.
Let's nail it and sail it. Their custard is nice.
It's a good donut. Not going to argue with that.
I think it's pretty great. And when I get it at Krispy Kreme, I'm thinking about, what's the other place called again? Boston?
I got a little bit of, somebody got a little raspberry
Dunkin'
on me.
Donuts. How did I forget Dunkin' Donuts in the middle of the freaking... Something tastes faker.
The cream is hiding over here on the other side.
Their cream has a specific taste to it
The cream's trying to escape.
that I actually don't like as much. The Boston cream pie from Dunkin' has a more middle of the road flavor. There's an assertion in this that I just can't make up
He's talking about the warm flavor.
my mind about. It's yellower. To me, it comes down to the custard. I like the flatness of the Dunkin' and the flavor of the custard.
I like the give of the donut on this, but I think I do slightly agree with that.
What is he
The custard's a little
talking
bit
about,
better.
like,
This is not
give
there's not a runaway favorite for me
of a
on this
donut?
one.
A donut should
I'm going
be
to give
like,
Dunkin' a 6.
I don't
I'm going
know
to
what
give
that
the
means,
Dunkin'
but-
an 8. And then for Krispy Kreme, I am going to give it a 5.
I'm also going to give it a 6.
Now we're down to the glaze, and Krispy Kreme's glaze is a perfect 10. And Dunkin's glaze is actually fairly low. I really like Dunkin', but their glaze is... They don't hit it with the glaze. If someone hands you a Dunkin' glaze, you're just gonna be very sad. You know, like if they go out for donuts and they're like, "Oh, I got a glaze thinking of you," you'll be like, "We're not friends, are we?" But if they go out to Krispy Kreme's and they got all hot and ready glazes for everyone, you'll be like, "Oh man, you're such a nice guy." Yeah.
Be glazed, right? Yes.
Yes. Oh man, they're not even speaking to each other or the people on the phone.
I mean, they could just have their wedding here.
That's a horrible idea.
So we got glazed.
You
The
got
classic.
glazed.
Wha-
You're holding the Krispy Kreme for $1.79,
What
and
was
then the
that?
Dunkin's on red side for $1.39.
I mean, the thing
Bit
you
of a
really,
sprinkle
the
on
thing
mine.
when you see these side by side is you just, like the donut approach is so different. I mean, the donut anus, is that what you call that? Or just call it donut hole?
I think it's just the whole. I've
It's
never,
a
read-
lot
I've never
looser.
heard
It's a lot looser at Dunkin' Donuts. Should I use the term looser or just bigger?
You should just eat. That's good.
I mean, it's a good donut.
I love it.
I have nothing to
but you
complain
should
about
just eat it.
because I don't have anything to compare
Well,
it to yet.
I'm so familiar with the way that a Krispy Kreme glaze tastes that I immediately know that this donut didn't give. Again, I know I'm using that term.
Give. You want a
doesn't-
good give. To
I want a
donut.
good give on a donut. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I have a glaze window.
And if you look at the give of the bites, they are pretty similar. Once you bite down, you don't want it to sponge all the way back up. That shows you got a good donut when it stays compressed.
Again, I would eat a dozen of these by myself in a corner on a rainy day. I mean, that's who I am.
Facing which direction?
But I would eat 2 dozen of these.
Facing which
Is that a double the score?
I'm going to give
I would say a Cadbury cream egg facing. This was as a kid. I would eat a Cadbury cream egg facing a corner, just like. Yeah.
Dunkin' 6.
I'm gonna give it a 7. And when you come over here to the world of Krispy Kreme, you talk about perfection. I know you already doled out a 10 this morning. This is the place where 10s could definitely happen.
This is where 10s come to win.
But you know what? It's not hot now, and to keep it more even, I'm not gonna evaluate it as a hot now, which I think would be a perfect 10. I'm gonna give this a 9.
You know what? Just for consistency's sake, I do believe that this is the perfect donut. And you know what? Multiple donuts can be perfect. I'm also giving the glazed Krispy Kreme a 10.
Wow. Okay, so where does that put us, Twinkie Fingers? Dunkin' at 79, Krispy Kreme at 73?
Whoa, Dunkin' came through. Listen, Dunkin'
Did we
came
screw
through.
it?
Like, even they went in bias and Duncan won. And I want to say, but Dunkin' won because of their coffee. And I would like to say Dunkin' does have a bigger variety. They have like breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that. They have like really good breakfast sandwiches, like their croissant. Like they have this like croissant, like mapley bacony breakfast sandwich that's like really good. I would have to say like Dunkin' isn't just good for their donuts. They have like really great muffins, really great a lot of stuff. And when I think of Krispy Kremes, I do just think of donuts. So I don't think Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' are really fair comparisons to each other.
No, Dunkin'
Something
came
up?
through. Let us not forget you gave their coffee, Krispy Kreme's coffee.
And also you think like you compare Dunkin' with also Starbucks and Krispy Kreme, and Krispy Kreme you never compare it with Starbucks.
A 0, a big fat
All right,
0.
and I stand by it.
Which is about the difference in the scores. Also, the cake donut from Dunkin' Donuts came real hard, and the coffee comes very hard. So, hey, listen, this is unexpected, but Dunkin' Donuts takes the cake donut.
There we go. I'm kind of speechless, but that's it. Duncan, you
Stay
are the
that way.
Donut Don. You win the chance to sponsor a future episode of Good Mythical Morning. So
Call
talk to
us.
me. And Patty and Dirk, did you hear that?
Yeah, it's cool.
You should be happier.
You're still so
Oh,
down.
yeah,
Right.
we are. We're happy.
Why don't you just have the wedding here?
No.
So I think that's about it for today. I'm really sorry I couldn't play Sims for you guys. I really like playing Sims for you guys. It's really fun. I'm so sorry I've been coming into so many like roadblocks playing Snow White and Blame Dell. Okay, my whole thought with this whole Dell buying Alienware, it's like they want to catfish you into buying Dell. No one goes out and is like, let me buy Dell. You know? Like, no one. No one. So they want to catfish us into buying Dell. Okay? And that's my take. Yeah. Okay, so I live right next to a like school, like right next to a school. So I can hear the kids playing on the playground and like I keep thinking to myself like did I scream that much as a kid when I played on the playground? And the answer was yes, I did. Cuz when you're playing tag, it literally feels like you're going to die. And on that note, don't get caught in tag. You're gonna die. Bye. And I really enjoyed this. So.